Shahed 131, 136, 129 and Mohajer 6 are Iranian drones used by the Russian army to attack peaceful Ukrainian cities and critical infrastructure in recent weeks. The drones have a built-in GPS system with the ability to adjust the main points of the drone's flight path. The speed of the Shaheds is up to 200 km per hour, and the accuracy, according to military experts, is low.
These are drones which, according to the declared data, go mainly up to 2,000 kilometers. But so far we have not seen them for more than 1,000 kilometers. That is, most likely the declared data is less than the distances over which they are operated. The charge of the Shahed is about 40 kilograms of explosive, mainly with the ignition mode. That is, most likely there are certain elements of phosphorus inside. Hence, they basically set fire such an action. These Shaheds go along an inertial system that leads this system along a predetermined route.
Shaheds cannot fly higher than 200 meters, therefore the Ukrainian armed forces shoot it down with automatic small arms and anti-aircraft guns such as Gepard 2. NASAMS, which will soon enter service with the armed forces of Ukraine, will also help fight drones. The danger of the Shaheds for peaceful Ukrainian cities is that the Russian army launches dozens of them at the same time.
The use of anti-aircraft missiles to intercept drones, let's say, does not increase their number in the armed forces of Ukraine. That is, the question arises, where to get these anti-aircraft missiles directly, and you need to understand the cost. I do not take anti-aircraft missiles like the Buk air defense system, and even more so the surface-to-air missile system S-300, even if we take an ordinary missile into the Stinger man-portable air defense system, that is, the one that is generally shot from the shoulder, then its cost will be many times greater than the cost of this Shahed 136. The question arises as to whether the anti-aircraft missile system can fire at a limited number of targets when we talk about Soviet models.
In addition, it is easier to repel a drone attack than rocket attack, experts say.
It is easier to fight drones than missiles, since it has low speed. It is not maneuverable. The meeting point is very easy to calculate, even with your hand. That is, a person can do it. This does not require an air defense system. Air defense almost knocks it down in 100% of cases. If the air defense sees the drone and identifies it as a target, then in principle 100% hit. The missile comes out at the drone, but small arms shot it down about 50% of the time, and anti-aircraft weapons somewhere around 70%. The average defeat is about 70 to 80% of these drones, but it's easier to shoot it down than missiles.
The low price of the Shaheds and the missiles running out of stock are forcing the Russian Federation to increasingly use drones to attack peaceful cities. After all, the Kremlin did not count on a protracted war with Ukraine.
Shaheds 131, 136 have a major advantage: their low cost. Given that all the components that are used there are civilian, except for the warhead, their cost is estimated at between 20 and 50,000 US dollars. For navigation, they use ordinary satellite navigation like GPS and GLONASS, that is almost the same receivers that you have in your smartphone or car navigator.
According to President Volodymyr Zelensky, 233 Shaheds were shot down by the armed forces of Ukraine during the month. Ukrainian intelligence claims that during negotiations with Iran on the supply of drones, Russia contracted a batch of 2,400 drones. Reported by Serhiy Kulyas, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.